Chapter 37. Part 2. Looking at my concerned expression, his face softens and he puts his hands in the pockets of his jeans. I can't speak. Sushiana, you don't recognize how beautiful you are that every man wants you. He pauses and looks down at his black sneakers, then back to meet my eyes again. How much I want you. That's why I gave you time to think, because I want you to say yes to me, to do this with me. You mean that stuff in your closet? I ask. No. Not exactly. Not exactly. Then what, Chris? You say you want me, but you don't do the girlfriend thing, I say and look away, trying to fight back the tears. I know I want him to, but I don't want to become friends with benefits. If that's all he wants, then this is not going to work. I want more. I know I don't do the girlfriend thing, but for you, I am willing to try. He steps closer to me, grabs my chin, and turns it so I can look up at him. I want you to be mine. No one else, but mine. I have thought this through very hard over and over again. I will do anything to have you. If you agree to do this with me, I am yours and you're mine. I don't want anyone else but you. I will be devoted to you if you are willing to agree and be mine. My mouth just went dry. I am speechless. I have no words. Eventually, I find the courage to speak. Why me? He holds my face between his hands as he studies me and strokes his thumb over my cheek. His hands slide down the sides of my neck. I quiver as his hands continue softly moving to my shoulders, and then he stops. His face drifts to my sides, his nose skimming across my face and down toward my neck. He rests with the side of his face pressed compassionately against my chest. He sighs. Because you're different, Sushiana. You seem like the only person that can relate to me, that understands me. But the truth is, I don't really understand him, he always seems to confuse me. I couldn't think of anything, except that his forehead was on my chest. I assume listening to the throbbing of my heart, but I must be hurting his ears because I can feel my heart pounding at a fast rate. I miss his touch, it's so calming, so lovely, and just so comforting. Even though he makes me go ballistic, I miss him. I don't know how long we held each other without moving or without him touching me sexually, he just held me in his arms as I took in his minty scent. After some time he's the first to speak and releases me too soon. Sushiana, I laid out my heart and told you everything that I felt. I have never told anyone that I wanted them, only you. In all of my 28 years, I have never been open to anyone. You're the only one who knows more about me, not even my family knows what I am thinking or what's going on in my life. You're 28. I ask. He laughs. From all of that, I just said, all you got was my age. I stay silent waiting for him to answer me. He shakes his head with a half smile. Yes, I am 28. I started college a bit later than you did. But we'll talk about that another time. I nod mostly to myself as I pull out my phone from the bag to check the time. It's 2:39 p.m. Shit, it's late. I have to get to work and I can't miss work again. Your phone is cracked. He asks, anxious now. Yeah. I dropped it. Technically, I threw it because I was angry, but he doesn't need to know that. Do you mind giving me a ride to work? I know I have my bike here, but I'm already running late, and if I rode my bike to work, I surely won't make it on time. Although deep down I just want to spend more time with him. Of course, he smirks when he grabs my bag in my hand. I tell him the instructions to where my bike is and we hold hands until we reach my bike. He lets go of my hand and moves to where my bike is and unchains it. Never taking his eyes off me, he then starts to push my bike as we walk to his car. At least you didn't carry me to your car, I tease. Ha, he snorts. Well, I could have, but I didn't feel like it. This time, he replies when he opens the door and gently shoves me into the passenger seat while giving me a wink. After he attaches my bike to the bike rack, our journey to super movies is silent, but for once I love the silence between us, it's peaceful. With Chris's driving and swerving in and out of traffic, it doesn't take very long to arrive. He pulls into the car parking lot, fast and carelessly. The whole time I was closing my eyes because in all truth I dislike how he drives because let's be honest he's a menace on the roads. I wonder who gave him a license. Will I ever get used to Chris driving? I take my time getting out of the car when Chris goes and unstraps my bike and removes it from the bike rack. He rolls my bike to the wire fence, fastens the chain onto the fence and clamps it with the lock. I thank him for giving me a ride and for him bringing my bike as well. He nods and I take that as my cue to head inside to work when I hear him call my name carefully, Sushiana. I turn around and see he's leaning over the roof of his car. Yes. I query. Think about what I have said and please agree to be mine. With those few words, he slides into his car smoothly and drives off, leaving me to think in my own thoughts. I do want to be his, but do I want to get the chance of being hurt? Do I really want to agree on what's in that closet? Decisions. Decisions. Decisions that I have to face sooner or perhaps later. At this moment, I have no idea what I want. I sigh and head inside.